What up, mofos? Late night mofos. God, I sound like my dad. Um, but what up, everybody? I know you're not here yet, and we're just waiting for people to trickle in. Hello to the two people that are currently viewers right now. If you want to, feel free to drop a hey in the chat. Just scrambling up a Rubik's Cube. Later. Yeah, they're gonna get a decent hit to them. Yeah, I heard about that. So maybe the OT committee will push the storm away with their OT powers. So, just a random thing. I met someone with DID, dissociative identity disorder, and they are going to be a very, very big help in how a lot of this shit goes. I spoke with them about just my plot points and the manipulation tactics and all the stuff that Vivian likes to use. And apparently, according to her, this person, at least, I wasn't expecting my shit to be so accurate. um, Apparently there is manipulation. There is just a. Let me get my manipulation list. So what was right? Co-consciousness. I'm trying to include that. Triggers. Learning their triggers were interesting. Um, Obviously getting to intentionally causing takeovers. They were able to speak to me about that subject. But yeah, it was actually very informative and very, very cool. And well, not cool that they had to live with it, but you get what I mean. It was fascinating to me in the fact that I come from a base idea of how DID works. I come from watching a few Multiplicity and Me videos. Great channel. Love their work. And now all of their alters they've gone through final fusion, which is just all the alters kind of recombining into one. But yeah, so now that I met them, it's pretty cool. It's very helpful. I should say it's not cool. It's helpful. I got a family member. I don't. That doesn't. I don't know if that's DID or delusions through like some kind of schizophrenia or some other underlying mental condition. I don't know if there's something with that that can cause delusions or if the idea itself causes delusions. I don't know that. Eddie's CO Bill. Welcome. Talking about how I met somebody with DID, dissociative identity disorder, who's willing to help me with symptomology and Vivian's part in the book and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be very helpful to talk to them. What should I do right now? I will say, I've been getting addicted to a specific song. It's by Diggy Diggy Graves. It's called Straight Jackets and Roses. It's a very cool song, and I love it. So I'm gonna leave this up to whoever's watching. Let me go to my drive quick. So anyway, um, we're going to. I gotta pick between a few different things. So I can work on a side plot. I could work on chapter two, which I fucking probably should, but I don't feel confident in my prose. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I've been wanting to expand outward and start listening or reading to more, or listening to or reading more books in order to get a better idea of varied ways of writing. Um, I haven't gotten through much, but what I've found actually feels kind of similar to the way that I'm writing. They a lot only looked at a few things since, but um, they seem like a decently similar structure. Um, so I can work on that. I can work on the side plots. I can work on the best friend drama bullshit. I can work on. Let me check what medications and influences is. Okay, so this might be. I could work on a takeover scene with the while the best friend is around. What else can I do here? Is Jordan telling his family? If it's just in that folder, could work on some other chapter. I really gotta reorganize these because these are an old chapter format that I not format but organizational structure that I made back in November of 2023. God, it's been almost a year since I originally started really trying to want to put this together. Well, I've been wanting to put it together for a while now, but it's since November that I put these chapter ideas up. Three Faces of Eve. Never heard of it, but I definitely will give it a look. Yeah, I've seen some of the your Facebook posts about Nightwish. I still haven't listened to any of the music, but I really should. I will say, uh, one thing about my new job that I got. I'm not gonna say where. Uh, Food is nice. The employee cafeteria is fucking nice. We get 10 points to spend. We get points that we can spend a day, and certain foods are worth certain points. And yeah, it's free food, free lunch every day. You could pick pizza, burgers. You could pick calzones. You could pick fruit. You could pick cereal. You could pick muffins, cookies. Different healthy entree dishes. They have a salad bar. They have, oh my god. Hello to I know CO Bilf is here and the wizard Alan Celestial is here. Oh, never mind. Third person's gone. All right. So yeah, I can work on chapters. I can work on side plots, which would be kind of stories of their own, which I don't even have written down. Never mind. So no side plots. I can work on chapters. I can work on character design, which I fucking need to. Or I could work on later scene ideas. could do lo-fi. Twitch and streamer friendly. Okay. So let me get that desktop audio up. Is the audio too loud for you? Probably. It's... There we go. That should be a little quieter. What you nomming on, Bill? Hang on, I'm just texting. When it creates a contractual relationship with the state. God, you just reminded me of, like, sovereign citizen stuff. Alright, so you know what? It's about time I make a fucking decision. I'm not gonna do the family stuff. I'm not gonna... Do I want to cover that? I'm avoiding chapter 2 at all costs right now, and I'm... Chapter 2. Recovery and first encounter. Let's do it. My writing is shit, but it's better to get it on the page than to fucking have it all up here and not get it out because you're too worried about phrasing, like I am. Anyway. But yeah. Took 2 edibles earlier, so kind of waiting for those to kick in. They're kind of starting to. So writing might not be very productive, but I just do this mainly to... I don't know. It's easier to focus when I feel like people are watching. I know it's a weird thing to say, but I don't know how other people feel about it. It's easier to stay focused. It's easier to stay on task. And even if I don't get through as much as I want of the tasks that I'm doing, like chapter 2, I want to finish chapter 2. I want to fucking rewrite that thing and finish it and put a seal on it and be like, I'm done. But I know that I'm not going to get that done by tonight. I'm not going to get that done probably by the end of the year unless I really crack down. But yeah. I'll be happy if I can get an extra paragraph down or even just the bare thoughts, the bare essentials, like just the bullet points about what I want, what order I want this stuff to go. Maybe if I write some a little bit of dialogue or something, it'll count as progress and it'll make me feel good about myself. Okay. For anybody wondering, actually, y'all don't know. So you know what? First encounter photo. Where is it? Give me a sec. I'd love to find the picture. Where is it? I had it. That's bugging me that it's not there. Pictures. ChatGPT screenshots. Accident. Nope. Documents. Balancing act. Nothing. What the fuck? I had a specific picture. Or did I never save it? Or is it on my phone? I swear to God if it's on my phone. Oh, God. What time is my fucking interview tomorrow? Shit. Not job interview. I got an interview with Chris Shelton tomorrow. It is not located at 3 p.m. And then I've got Holy Rogue at 10 a.m. on Saturday. It's gonna be rough getting up for that. But yeah, 2 interviews in 2 days. Be nice. It'll give me some content, and I can't wait for this conversation with Chris because it is something that I've been wanting to cover ever since I had a private conversation with him a couple weeks ago, talking about statistics and just the culture of statistics themselves, and just how it's all done and processed, and organized and managed, and the chaos that goes into it is fucking insane, and it has me very, very, very curious about it. So you know what? That's what we'll do. We'll write some fucking questions. Let's go. Okay. Questions to ask. Let's start with, what are stats? I'll add, what does it mean to be up and down stat? Even though that would probably get answered anyway. What are stats? Why does Scientology care so much about them? I would ask, why does Scientology do this, 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 and this about it, but no, the answer is just Hubbard. Fuck, what am I gonna ask? I will have to cut the lo-fi in order to listen to this. Hello, J. Edgar Hoover. I think she's getting hopped up on edible reefers. I'm popping the pinks and grays, as Hubbard would say. No, I'm not. I'm not on, like, amphetamines and shit that he gave to Nibs. But, so we'll exit out of chapter 2 right now. Exit out of the book stuff. Get these questions going. So what are stats? Why does Scientology care so much about them? I wonder if... So yeah, why does Scientology care so much about them? Because Hubbard did. How are class 5 / mission stats? Wait. Scientology Missions International, SMI. Let's look at... No, I just need a... Sorry, I'm looking at pictures of Scientology missions. Give me 1 second, actually. Okay, I'm back. Did I really finish this out? Nah, there's no spot. Cool. Alright. COB stat is Sea Org reserves. We wonder if he thinks this is near the root of the problems with COS. If he thought it was near the root of the problems, he would have switched it and just told everybody that they made a discovery. Sorry, I was just reading that. If he thought that was a problem, I mean, I would hope he'd be smart enough to switch it, but you know what? I'm glad he's not, and I'm glad this whole thing is just, well, I'm not glad this is a shit show for the people who are in it, but not as effective as it could be. Given the proper A, resources, and B, I'd say proselytizing power, but anyway, that's off topic. Alright, so how are Class 5 emission stats different from Sea Org? I should say management stats. Upper management stats. Yeah. Upper / lower management stats. Okay, so we have so we know they telex their stuff. We'll say how many stats in each one. How many stat binders sent. Yeah, you know what? What are stats? We should add what are stat binders. What is Thursdays at 2? We want to ask about stat pushes. Alright, you know, I'm gonna ask, does anyone have any question about statistical management that they think I should ask Chris tomorrow? Sorry, solving stupid Rubik's Cube. Once I finish solving the first phase, I'll get back to work. It's a center. Yeah, I got the center done. Well, center line. Now I gotta get the last 3. Put that up. Put that up. push that over that way. Alright, got that line. I'm kind of wondering if Cookie Bird... No, shouldn't be springing this on her this late. Them, sorry. Shouldn't be springing this on them this late. That'll go over there. This will go here. This goes over here. This goes... Well, I would do that if I could, but I can't right now, so... Fuck it. That goes there, this goes that way. And the last little bit... There, white side done. Should be white center done, not white side. Wonder if there is incentive to occasionally crash one's stats on purpose, so easier to go up in subsequent weeks. Right, I want to say that might have been a thing. I also spoke to... Oh, yes! I should include this from that conversation. He mentioned a good example. Chad Westcoat. He said, think about this. If you have someone who did 20 crams that week, so a cramming officer, 20 crams, and his stat last week was 12. He's not going to submit the full 20 as his stat. He's going to submit 13 and keep the 7 for next week. That's if he hasn't... I mean, obviously, if he has 20 crams to do, not 20 crams done. He knows he can get those 20 crams done in the week, but he only submits statistics next week that make him slightly better than where he was, but not enough to fuck him over the week after. Because he gets 12 one week, he'll submit the 13 the next week, keep the 7 for the following week. And then he only needs 6 between those times in order to submit... Well, no, sorry, he needs 7 in order to submit a better stat for the next week. I don't know about the crashing stats on purpose, but I definitely will ask about that. I should ask, you know, as ATech 8 of the West US, Chris, what was it? His stat was well done auditing hours, I'm pretty sure. But I'm gonna ask. Actually, I don't know how to spell this and I keep forgetting. Panzuli Stali. Stat binders. What's a stat binders thing? Not gonna spoil it until later. No. Oh, right. So let's do... So we'll talk about the basics. We're not going to talk about stat pushes until we get to a later topic. So let's say culture of stats. So that's called, we have history of stats. Now we have culture of stats. What are stats? What does it mean to be up stat and down stat? What are stat binders? What is Thursdays at 2? Culture of stats. Stat pushes. That is not what a stat push is, so let's fix that. Is there a history to provide about statistical management? Well, let's look up the history of statistical management. Ah, fuck. Oh! I know, I'm bouncing all over the place today. So first off, we'll check statistical management before I mention my next point. I want to see what I can find chronologically. So we'll go volumes. Actually, you know what? Let's ask ChatGPT. That's my little Ron bot. I'm gonna ask for policies. What is the earliest policy date you can find relating to statistical management? I'm asking the old bot, not the new one. I'm gonna see what the old bot says, and we'll see if it's right. Searching its knowledge. You're gonna get stuck like you did on the first time that I showed it on Natalie's stream. The earliest policy is HCOPL 30 September 1965. Let's go. Actually, before we check, we'll ask the question to the... Where is it? Nope. Nope. The HCOPL private test bot. My newest one. The one that I'm currently working on. Because what I did previously could be completely fucking useless at this point. This policy. So this one says 1st February in 1966. That second one... Alright, we need to make sure these are right. So test, files, volumes, new green. I need an index. So the first thing we need is 1965. So let's go to 1965. Scroll down. Look for one from 30 September. There does exist a 30 September 1965 called Statistics for Divisions. So let me ask. What page is that on? Because this doesn't have the directions for how to search. It's found on page 898 in the Qualifications Division of... No! Wrong. It's part of the statistics. I didn't finish the fucking index for the reds. That's why. I'm relying on... No, greens. I'm relying on old information that I haven't even finished yet. Fuck. Disregard. I'm a fucking idiot. Shouldn't have even started that. Alright, so we'll save this. So let's keep focusing on the questions. We got what are stats? What does it mean to be up stat, down stat? What is stat binder? What is Thursdays at 2? Culture of stats. So we have stat pushes. I have making your stats look just good enough to be improved, but not so over the top that you can't go up stat in the following week. Is there a history you can provide about statistical management? That's what we were fucking doing. Where does Scientology care so much about them? Or classify mission stats different from upper lower management stats? How many stats? How many stat binders sent? Next. He mentioned something about. Let's see, what were your stats on your various posts? Okay, so hold on. History. So we'll go to Division 7, the Executive Division, page 898. Why is this not working? Statistics for divisions. No. We will call the Advisory Council the Ad Council. Never Ad Coun to avoid any errors in confusing it with the Ad Com. Each whole division has a statistic on it which it is judged as to condition. While this gross divisional statistic does not cover all the statistics of the division, it is the primary divisional statistic. An advisory council meeting can be very brief if it has these statistics tallied by ADCOMs and plotted and submitted by OIC. When a gross divisional statistic is up, hold on, how many pages is this fucking thing? 3 pages. Fuck it, you're getting a free reading. Anywho. Then when a gross divisional statistic is up, the ad council can find out why, doing their plus point analyses, can find out why and reinforce what caused the rise. And when a gross divisional statistic is down, the ad council can go through all the remaining statistics of that division and take action accordingly. Thus, the ad council need not cover all the statistics of an org at its meeting, only the gross divisional statistics, and take action only when these vary widely up or down. Advisory committees of the divisions record all statistics, but headline in the report their gross divisional statistic for quick reference. They include all their statistics, headline their gross divisional stat. The gross divisional stats are, for Division 7, the gross income of the org. This of course reflects best the total org operation and is what the exec division is promoted or demoted for, so it's the Division 7 gross stat. Div 1, total org letters in, total org letters out. The HCO has personnel, ethics, and such matters. If they do their job, there is a heavy outflow in of all male types for HCO and the org, and a heavy outflow out from all divisions. If the personnel officer gets hard workers and puts their hats on, and if inspections and reports and ethics are quick off the mark, and if the HCO area sec runs a good division and handles all about, the letters in, letters out will tell the tale. HCO sees to it, org pours out letters and mailing pieces. Please hold because I need to take my medication. Okay. I don't care if you guys heard me singing, whatever. Examination Div 2, number of new enrollments of students and PCs for the week, and gross book sales. Although this division has registration, magazines, etc., all these add up to enrollments, which of course is the final result of all magazines, letters, promotion, and advance enrollment. Book sales are our oldest index of future business. Div 3, credit collections versus bills paid. It'll be seen that gross income is established by many in the org, but collections as a special income is purely the org divisions. Bills paid require gross money, and so reflect the gross no money in, no bills paid. I can reread that. Bills paid require gross money, so reflect the gross. No money in, no bills paid. This is a dual statistic which shows the industry of the division in general. It even touches material as no bills paid equals no supplies. Monies paid into reserve payment do not count as bills paid. Tech Division 4, number of students and PCs completed in the week. The number enrolled is really only partly the tech divisions, as if they give good service, they will get enrollments. However, the completions are the real index of a tech division, and show up any weaknesses of the division. So their stat is only total completions of courses and auditing. This, of course, includes graduations from any course and completion of any result for the PC that brings a grade cert or just ends intensives. Completed, of course, means only certified or classed or graded. However, completion of a 25-hour intensive which satisfied the PC, no review at the end, even if one occurred before the end, counts as a PC completed. 5-hour rehabs which did not result in a grade are not completions. 5-hour assists bought as assists are done, of course, in qual, and so are not a text statistic. Qual Div 5, cash collected by reason of the division for the week. What? I'm sorry, I think of them. Hold on, I gotta see the org boards. Oh, bitch. And by the way, I've got the image of me next to this picture of Jordan and Vivian on OBS right now, and it's staring me right in the face and reminding me of how I'm not doing what I originally said I was going to. You know, they can go fuck themselves. What was I? A document. Yes, the org board. So management, 7div. We'll do the 1991 class 5. So we're in Qual Division 5. We've got 2 VFPs. Effective. Oh, they changed it. This is one they've changed. Effective, well-trained, and fully functioning staff members obtaining their subproducts and VFPs, valuable final products, and a corrected org and its products. And what do we got in the different departments? So Department 13, VFP is earned certificates and awards. Department 14, effective, well-trained, and fully functioning staff members obtaining their subproducts and VFPs. And then you got correction, which is a corrected org and its products, and completed interns who audit flawlessly. Jesus. I'm glad I finished writing out the org board shit. That was a pain. I fucking want to do the rest of them. What? Why is able below I helps my... What do you have to do with why? Hold on. CLO West US. You know what? Let's write out these org boards. Fuck. They're located over in... Hey, notes. Just give me a second. I'm trying to remember where I saw this. Church produced. Management. PDFs. OSA. That's what it was. It was OSA. So we'll go to .txt files. We wanted the CLO of the West US. That was file A. Oh my god. Well, I made it to the HCO Bureau. Yay. There's a lot of names in the office of LRH. Alright, let's look at the HCO Bureau. We got the HCO Chief and the HCO Cope Officer. We now have the routing personnel branch. The Particle Speed Flow Officer. Just imagine that. His name is Robert W. HCO Expediters. Got a few of them. So, what kind do we have here? We have the regular HCO Expediter. This person. We have the Expediter for BPI. I'm assuming BPI maintenance office. Wait, routing and personnel. I don't know who that is. Or what position that is. HCO expediter for the follow programs admin. We had the expediter for the gold office. Gold office. Should do that way. Okay, we had the gold office, and that was this person. Yeah, the one for INCTO West US. INCTO. Chief Technical Officer? I want to say IN is int, but I don't know. HCO expediter, so we got one for gold, we got one for the follow. BPI, whatever the fuck BPI is. Let's go to missionaries. When I do finally put out this mass information document, I know it's not going to be finished. It'll never be done. I have so much shit in here that I will never be able to do this all by myself. If anyone would like to help, basically one of the things I'm doing is I'm just going through like Tony Ortega articles and stuff like that, writing notes about events and stuff that I find people, very long list of people. But I'm just writing from his publicly available information. If I release this, I'm releasing them without the names because the information, I'm gonna try to tie them into like different events and see how they affected things and what their responsibility was. I want to get the biggest picture that I fucking can. I already covered the AONs on murders. Or murder. Cholera incident, the suitcase incident, Portugal, Mission Holders Conference. It'd be so cool to have the actual audio tapes from this. The conference. I know who has them, but they aren't willing to give them out, and I'm gonna respect that. But it would just be nice. It'd be cool to have that. Like what I'm trying to do with the fucking Sarah Northrop tape. I keep forgetting to call the college. I gotta call them back because they keep saying they're gonna call me back, but they never fucking do. I could talk to Stephen Ken again. We'll see. We'll see what he says. You know what? Who's still here, by the way? I see one viewer. I don't know who you are, though. I don't know if it's CO Bill for Wizard Allen or someone else. gonna listen to some lo-fi while we do this. Well, I just completely go off topic and end up on something different from what I intended. I don't have the brain power to do the index reformatting, but I think I have the brain power for this. Let's load up the dictionaries. Do the red volumes. I do. I want to take a look at this. Compiled and edited by the LRH Personal Compilations Bureau. Hold up. I've got names. I have names. This would be very helpful. Give me a sec. Editors Pat and Alethea. I'm not going to give the last names. Project in charge, Ernie. Compilers, Cliff and Rhonda. Researchers, Anita, Terry, Barbara, Arden, Bridget, and Bill. Manuscript typist, Morton. Side checkers, John and David. We know which David this is. Not Miscavige. It's a different David M. Declared suppressive, I think, at one point. And the artist, Andre Clavel. Do I want to do this in a regular document? I think I do. Add it to the mega document, or I can have it in its own file. Technically, I already have it in the dictionary. Why am I even bothering copying it over? But if someone wants a full information list of everything, then you know what this could be. It's definitely a legacy project. Legacy project was something I did back in high school. I know I'm going off track. But yeah, I had a it was my senior project for my vocational school. I did architecture. It was a lot of fun. I really liked my teacher. He was a cool dude. He was very chill with us. And he made it fun. I found it fun, as challenging as it seemed for me in some instances. He made the class memorable, and he is, I think, by far one of my favorite teachers of all time. If not, he's at least in the top 3. Him? No, he's probably top 2. That one was okay. There was that person. She wasn't necessarily a teacher, but she worked for the school that I went to, the college. She was not a guidance counselor, but she was very willing to lend an ear to my problems. She's an ally, so I felt very welcome in her office in a time where I was trying to figure everything out about myself and how I wanted to express and just what I was dealing with. I had a recent breakup, and yeah, I found her office a very, very comforting space. So, sorry for the tangent. But yeah, so her and my architecture teacher, I think, are the top two, can't say teachers, top two faculty that I've ever met. And I will remember them forever. Whoever's still here, please drop a hi in the chat or something. I'd love to see who's involved. If anybody from the old shit is still here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this tape. Because I'm going through citations and stuff and it's mentioning lectures and whatnot. And I want to see if I can find this. Wait. Where's the best place to look? Do I still have my lectures? Or did I screw myself with that? Please tell me. Please tell me I still have my fucking lectures. I have lectures? Do I have lectures from 1959? Okay. I need them from April. CO8. Found CO8A and CO8B. Fuck it. Just for a second. I want to hear this.
Thank you.
The audio may suck, but...
We have some very interesting material.
Sorry if there's a high-pitched...
Material that has a great deal of meat in it.
Humming or buzzing.
To pick up all the material you're going to get in this hour's lecture is probably humanly impossible, but who said you were human? All right.
They had better microphones than this in 1959, didn't they? Yeah, they fucking... Dude. You know how to make music. You know how to do all this shit, supposedly. And you can't use a good mic? Or a good recorder? Oh no, he's not using a mic. He's using a recorder. I don't know how the recorders were in 1959. I'm assuming they could hold some weight. I was around for cassette tapes. I was not around for what was before.
This lecture is scaled.
Skipping ahead.
And you've got it, you see. Naturally, the fellow who takes a piece of paper and puts it on every doorknob that he opens and won't touch a doorknob is doing a sane thing. Maybe in a leper colony. But he's doing it every place, don't you think? And you say, well, that fellow's pretty batty. You're absolutely right. The time and place is wrong. But a person who is totally fixed has no time and place. You see? And that's how he can be so insane. We get into the whole subject of attention units. The whole idea of attention units. A person's total attention is on one thing. Or on a very few things. And he can't span his attention easily.
Alright, fuck this. I'm not making y'all suffer. Okay. Back to the lo-fi. Getting the same fucking lo-fi music every goddamn time. I'm so sick of this channel. Need something different. Different lo-fi, but something different. Let's try this one.
What's up, guys?
I don't want to hear about your goddamn drop shipping bull. Fuck off. I'm gonna let this play. Can anyone still hear me talk? Get out of Scientology. We're not doing this right now. Focusing on the stat questions, though. Hello, Scientology up north. Good to see you sticking around. Good to see you stopping by the channel. Thank you. What you guys are doing, too, is amazing. Thank you. If you are not subscribed to Scientology up north, go now. I tone 40 you. Go to Scientology up north's channel. So we had stat binders. We had different types of stats. We had differences between upper and lower management, as well as class 5 and mission stats. He's texting me. Cool. And you can't send a message. Why? What do you mean service ain't available? Fuck off. I know I'm in the woods, but I'm not that in the woods. Hello, Brooke. Good to see you. If anybody has questions about statistical management, feel free to give them to me. I can ask Chris tomorrow when we speak. Well, tonight you ain't watching me do shit. Except, right, but... My leg is so itchy. Why is my leg so itchy? I don't have any mosquito bites or nothing. I don't got no triple E. I got a little mosquito bite on my arm though. Can't remember when I got it. Let's see. I'm sure I'll be fine. Questions about statistics. I've written some code. I'm not a coder by any means. Like, I dabbled in the basics. For me it was Python. Because it was the easiest fucking thing to learn. I did try to learn C++. No. No, it wasn't C++, it was C. It was straight up C. That was C. And I also was in class for C#. I learned a little bit of Java. What else have I programmed in? Visual Basic. Batch. think that's about it. No, I didn't use brain fuck. That was just a competition thing. Yeah. I have used Linux. I used Kali Linux for penetration testing and ethical hacking. I've got, yeah, I had. Wait, is that? Oh my god. No shit. Please don't tell me right now. VirtualBox. Can you run the machine state? Oh my god, I had so much trouble running. I am so happy right now. I used to have so much trouble running VirtualBox and running my actual virtual machines that I used to have and used to work just fine. Now, all of a sudden, they were having an issue. But I was also having crashes. If you've seen me in some previous streams or conversations, I just leave suddenly. The screen just goes black. Because my computer crashes. I took it to a shop yesterday. No, 2 days ago. And they told me that the RAM and the GPU were not seated properly on the motherboard. And they fixed it. Now I have it crashing. Normally it would be like any small thump or vibration near it would like shut it off. It's fucking crazy, but it would happen at random. Chip Creek. I don't know what that is. I feel like I should. Chip Creep. Integrated circuit working its way out of its socket over time. Mainly an issue in early PCs. Chip creep occurs due to thermal expansion. It can also occur due to vibration. While chip creep is most common with older memory modules, it was also a problem with CPUs and other main chips that were inserted into sockets. I was having this problem, by the way, a while back. Closer to when I had gotten this PC. A couple months after I got the PC, I started having this problem. So it's been vibrating for probably a good 6 months. But the crashes were getting more and more frequent over the last couple of weeks. But no, they fixed it. It's looking good now. It's stable. It's not crashing anymore. That's how I've been on the stream for an hour and 17 minutes, apparently. I did not build my own tower. I had mine pre-built. And I just bought it. Water cooling. Some RGB lights. Cool little RAM stick. RGB RAM stick. Yeah. I think it was let me check my stats. What do we got here? Let's go to computer management. No. System. I've got a i7-13700. I have 16 gigs of RAM. I have a GTX 4060. I don't even run games that would require it. Just want it. With Windows 11. That's what I've got. I need to download Parrot. Shit. We'll power off the Kali machine. .live. VirtualBox. Red Team Operations. AMD. What? Was that for... You don't have AMD. Does that go under live? Ooh, home box. let's try the virtual security for AMD 64. Download for VirtualBox. Go to my other drive. Virtual OSs. Parrot security. 7.6 gigs. I do want to download Black Arch. I had a lot of fucking tools to it. That thing was sick. Man, maybe a little Tails too. Tails is a good one. That's a good distro. Non-persistent. Light. Tails or Cubes. Qubes OS. Those are good and secure. As far as I'm aware. I never had a problem with the GUI for Linux. I mean, now I will agree that the bar up top did cause some issues. I was expecting it to be at the bottom. Its format, yeah, it's very much almost like Mac's GUI. Mac plus Windows mixed. I don't know why, but it's their desktop icons that are, at least in this version, in this Parrot Security OS. 2.0, alright, we got that many gigs. I also have a Metasploitable machine, which I haven't used in a while. I could hack around a little. No. Oh. No hacking, dumbass. You gotta focus. So you got some statistic questions. I'm gonna mute the lo-fi so I can listen to the conversation that me and Chris had. Y'all ain't gonna hear anything. It's private. As much as I would love to share it, to me, it's a cool conversation. Where did stats begin? That's the RPF. Got an error code, you fuck? You bitch, how do you run a fucking OVA? Come to the add. Windows. Users. Does not need to exist. Virtual OSs. No. File. Import appliance. Find it. Are you gonna crash? Why are you crashing? What do you mean invalid argument? Fucking pain in the ass. Fuck it. Whatever. No. Just gonna give up now. Nah. How do we follow the stats every time a CR opens? How are the others are affected that way? Don't they pull from other orgs? Yeah, do you mean a Sea Org? Or do you mean like just the class 5? Or what kind of org are you talking about? What do you mean a Sea Org opens? You know what? Fuck it. Let's ask about this. We are going to ask about we're going to ask about the culture of stats around the release of the basic books at PAC. So we'll see what he says. That's 5, not Seorg. 420 is suppressing me. It's suppressing me too, but I'm gonna keep smoking. Like Austin Orgo, but didn't they pull from other orgs? Affect their stats. I don't know if there are any other orgs near Austin that there are to pull from. I don't know if there's how many. me see orgs in Texas. It all depends on the distance. Find your nearest church. Location, Texas. Church of Scientology of Austin. So they may have gotten some from the Church of Scientology of Dallas. Looks like they might have stolen a little bit of their people, if anything. Like I said, if anything, because these two are how far away from each other? So you're going from 2200 that street. It would take you about 3 hours and 1 minute to get from one org to the other. Okay. You could see that stealing some of the traffic, probably around the middle area, so maybe near like Waco. Yeah. Probably Waco. Even then, no, Waco's about in the middle. Yeah, it's about right. I don't really think they're having that many people from Waco anyway, but you know what? In any Scientology org, one person can be a fucking lifesaver to your statistics. And no, I do not care about myself right now. Yes. Should I eat? Yes. I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Crisis of self-care. Wednesday, Thursday from 2 to 10, Friday for the next 3 weeks. I don't think my training's gonna take 3 weeks. Who is still here? I assume no one. Okay. Hello, Brooke. I will write down your question, but actually, hang on. I can get you the conditions formulas. I just gotta go to Scientology free courses. Basics of organizing. Nope. Ethics and the conditions. Statistics. There you go, conditions. So, if your stat stays the same, that's not what I want. That's stupid. Give me the section that I need. Oh my god, you're taking forever. You got the conditions. Emergency. You would be in a condition of emergency. Emergency is an unchanging state or a state where there is a slight lessening in production as shown on a graph. If a company's income stays the same or lessens slightly, that is a condition of emergency. A person whose income stays the same or has steadily decreased over some time would also be in a condition of emergency. The emergency formula, a person applies it when his own life or some aspect of it is staying the same or declining. He's applied the danger formula and moved up to the condition of emergency. The emergency formula is promote. Promote means making things known, getting things out, getting yourself known, getting your products out. An organization or company that is in the condition of emergency, income unchanging or declining, must promote. When a company doesn't have income, spending on promotion may seem like the last thing to do, but in fact the company must promote or it won't get any new business. As an individual, you must produce. Produce means make or complete something that is useful or valuable. For example, an artist would put in extra hours on the job and fully complete his paintings. 2. Change your operating basis or way of or method of doing things. You must change the way you're doing things because that's what led you to a condition of emergency. Economize. This means you reduce expenses and spend less money. Get ready to deliver. This means be prepared to deliver the products you produced in step 1 of the formula. 5. Be more disciplined. This could simply mean not going out every night, being a little more regular on the job, working a little harder. Yeah, working a little harder. Just work a little harder. You'll get your stats up. Fuck you. Fuck you with that shit. Because that can get so easily abused. Not goofing off quite so much. Work more. Not making so many mistakes. All of this is part of being more disciplined. Let's look at an example of a company applying the emergency formula. A flower shop has emergency statistics. They're selling slightly less flowers and plants than they were in prior months, and meanwhile the rent they need to pay for their shop has gone up. This is definitely an emergency. Well, so you're adding in the fact that their rent is going up. Just because they sell slightly less flowers doesn't mean they're gonna all of a sudden have to panic because they're gonna fucking close. You have good months, you have bad months, you fucking get through it. To handle this, they immediately start to promote. They create an eye-catching window display and repaint their signs so that walk-by traffic will be more attracted to come in. Valentine's Day is coming up. Wow, coincidental. So they place an advertisement in the local newspaper and send out a mailing reminding people to give flowers as gifts. Everyone who comes in the store is given an attractive business card. They even hold an event in the store, inviting parents to bring their children for a tour to learn the names of different flowers. Next, they must change their operating basis. They find the flowers in the store are dying too quickly. You're just adding situation on top of situation, hypothetical situation on top of situation. You automatically assume that this is their problem. Next, this is how stupid he thinks these people are. They find that the flowers in the store are dying too quickly as they have not been giving them enough water. This is what started the condition of emergency. Oh, so it's from word of mouth about how flowers were dying. The operating basis has changed. Yeah, because with Hubbard, you can totally fucking tell immediately what the problem is. All the time. As long as you know the scene. The operating basis has changed, and one of the staff is assigned to give all the flowers fresh, clean water as often as needed. Now they must economize. All staff take care to save on any wastage. The owner stops wasting money on his expensive monthly trips to flower shows around the country. They now must get ready to deliver. The owner and his staff get very busy creating plenty of beautiful flower displays ready for customers to buy. They stock up on the most popular flowers and plants. Finally, the staff are instructed by the owner to be more disciplined. Everyone arrives to work on time, and they stop taking extra coffee breaks. Fuck you. They also start sweeping the floors and wiping the counters regularly throughout the day so dead leaves are cleaned up. And instead of sitting around as the customers leave the store with heavy loads, they assist them in carrying their flowers to their car when needed. This flower shop has now finished the emergency formula as shown in their statistics. That is the entire thing about emergency. Spend more money and don't spend money. Yes, a fucking double bind. You get it. Thank you. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's what this shit is. It is crap. It is absolutely crap. And it would mean more auditing or more cramming if you can't get your stats up. Because clearly, if you can't improve and you can't apply the tech, you have a misunderstood word. You have overts. You're suppressive. You're PTS.